It's currently December 9th, 2025. It's 8:50 p.m. and I just got done with my last exam of the semester. I have two presentations, one presentation tomorrow and another one on Thursday. And ever since continuing on to Thursday night until the end of December, I'm working every single day. So, yep, there's that. Um, but the only reason why I'm working so much this entire month and possibly next month, it kind of depends. I'm kind of hoping that my overtime will really like pull in for me and make, you know, me a lot of money and stuff, because working like well over 60 hours a week each week of December. Um so I'm kind of hoping that, you know, kind of averages out pretty good, and um I'm able to make all the money that I need before school starts at the end of January. So, um the goal is to save up at least maybe 6k, um just to get me through, paying rent every single month and paying my car note and car insurance until summertime. Um, and so that way, the little monies that I do make once a week during the school semester, because I'm probably only going to be able to work like maybe 8, maybe 12 hours the entire week. Um, because, next semester is my anatomy and physiologies, both of them. Not at the same time, thank God, but they're 8 weeks apart, accelerated classes. And I think I picked an easy A to be able to still be considered full time. I hope I did. So we'll just have to see if that'll all work out really good. Oh, not even that, the anatomies and physiologies. I also have one of the nursing requirements as well. Um One of the pre-nursing ones. So I have that as well, but that doesn't start till second semester, and I've been hearing a lot from everyone that the second ANP is more so on the like nerves, and it's like more on the smaller stuff. So people say that it's a lot easier than the first one. So whatever, I guess. I've been trying to learn how to use Anki and all that stuff. I've used it before, and I feel like it kind of helped. I mean, like, my go-to with anything is Quizlet, 100%. Like, I've always used Quizlet. I like Quizlet a lot. And, I do like the whole flashcards and all that stuff, but I don't know, I feel like I use it in a way that's a lot different than other people. I feel like, I don't know. I don't use Quizlet the same way that other people do, because I don't necessarily use them for the flashcards. I just use them so that I can. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, when I use Quizlet, I'll go through the flashcards and stuff, but before I turn a card over, I don't try to remember like what's on the other side. Like word for word, I just try to put it into my own words every single time, and then I write it down. And I don't know. But anyways, Anki is like Quizlet. I was considering getting Quizlet Plus, but that shit's like $40 a year or something like that. And I pretty much exclusively only ever use Quizlet on my like laptop. And Anki's on the laptop, and so I was like, well, I can still get, Anki on my other phone and use my laptop if anything. So I'm not really losing out too much on there, but I heard that it's really good for those subjects like, those ANPs and all that stuff. So um just kind of playing around with that, learning how to use that and all that stuff. Let's see what else. I forgot to do one fucking assignment, bro. I forgot to do one fucking assignment. We're 25 points in fucking micro, and it brought down my fucking grade from a 94 to a 92. I was so fucking mad, dude. I was so fucking mad because, like, I genuinely fucking forgot to do that shit. Like, I've turned in every single assignment, like, ahead of time. And there has not been an assignment that I have not gotten an A on. The only thing I've gotten a B on is my last lab exam. And I also got like a B, like an 89% on one of the lecture exams, but everything else has been like all A's for me. And I'm just like, fuck, bro, like, this shit fucking pisses me off. Like, bro, you forget to do one fucking thing. You forget to do one fucking thing, bro. And that shit brought it down to a 92 fucking percent. The only reason why I'm tripping low-key over that is because, you know, I think it's a 92% and above or 93% and above so that my grade can just be an A. Like, it won't be an A minus, because if it's an A minus, then that means that my GPA will be, for that class, will be a 3.7. But if it's just an A, it's just a 4.0. And the reason why I'm really trying to push just to get that 4.0 is because, you know, the total GPA that I need for both my A&Ps and for microbiology, they both all have to come together to add up to a 3.0 GPA. And so if I just get the 4.0, you know, the first round at micro, then that means that, you know, I have a lot of cushion. I have a lot of cushion room for the A&Ps to get that 3.0, you know what I mean? I mean, like, the goal is obviously to get an A. You know, I've been doing really good with all of that so far, like having straight A's and stuff, but I just want to be able to just give myself some breathing room, some cushion room, because I am taking it at an accelerated 8 weeks. So, you know, I just want to be able to give myself as many buffers as much as possible, which is why I was really upset that when I didn't do that one fucking assignment, and it was like a fucking stupid ass fucking reflection assignment, like, tell us what you think about the assignments of the class and how they helped you learn and how they didn't help you learn. Like, why did it bring my grade down all the way like 2 fucking percent? Like, oh my god, bro, like, that shit actually, oh my god, like, I mean, I'm getting so fucking triggered over it because, like, it really is that fucking serious. It is. I'm sorry. Just because, you know, I have a goal, and, you know, my goal is to get into nursing school the first time around. And, you know, I'm a real stickler about everything right now just because, you know, I know that if you make plans, sometimes those plans do not follow through, and sometimes you have to have backups and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I have my backups, and I know what I'm going to be working towards if, you know, I don't get in the first round next fall semester. But there are things that I can do to make sure that I can get in the first semester, and that's by having straight A's, okay? And that's also by getting that 3.0 GPA overall for all the 3 classes that they were required for the A&Ps and the micro, you know? And obviously, like, after that, you know, I have to take my HESI exam and all that stuff, but I'm not really worried about that. I've been looking at all the practice exams and all, like, Quizlets they have for all that stuff. That shit's low-key kind of easy as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know, because I'm not taking it yet. I mean, I could take it, but I'm kind of trying to wait off the very last minute possible to take my HESI, just because if I do want to end up applying again for, like, next spring semester or next fall semester, I don't want it to expire. I want it to expire at the very, very last minute before I come so that I can still use that score. Because I know that not being in school for an entire year, I'm probably gonna like forget some stuff. So that's my whole reasoning for that, you know, taking it at like the very last date as possible. Because it's like, well, yeah, like, fuck it. Like, if I don't fucking get in this fucking first round, then I'm just gonna like go travel already. I'm just like, already have it set. Like, literally just gonna fucking, you know, once I get back from Japan, just work my ass off, you know, for like that 1 half, 2 months, you know, while I'm like waiting for that reply. And then, you know, either I'm going to nursing school or I'm gonna go to Australia for an entire year and travel before I have to like lock in and stuff. But you know, I did the hard part for sure. You know, I took all my classes and I made sure to go to all my classes and get really good grades and all that stuff, you know. And honestly, I feel like I did pretty good on my exam, to be honest. I feel like I definitely got an A. uh, I feel like I definitely got an A. I feel like every single time I've thought that I've gotten an A, I feel like I've definitely gotten an A. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be just fine. Hopefully they'll have it graded by Thursday so that I can go over it. Cause I'm not gonna lie, there are like a handful of questions on there where I was like, what the fuck are these bitches even talking about? We haven't talked about Louis Pasteur this entire fucking like unit. And they're asking a fucking question on the exam like, Louis Pasteur was known for doing the anthrax or the rabies vaccine. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And now that I think about it, I fucking picked the wrong one because one of the options was rabies. And rabies doesn't have a vaccine, so I fucking got that question wrong, but whatever. I was just trying to get up out of there as fast as possible. Like, I don't really like doubting myself on any of my tests or exams because, you know, subconsciously I know the answer already, so that's why I just don't really go back. And the only reason why I ever go back through my tests is that sometimes, like on my Scantron, and then if I'm looking at it on the paper, I mark my entire paper, you know, with notes and everything that I can brain dump and stuff. So I just go back and I make sure that, you know, the questions align with what I filled in on the Scantron, because sometimes I can get a little bit ahead of myself and sometimes misplace things, but that's the only reason why I'm checking. I'm not going back and sitting on a fucking question and being like, oh, is it this? Is it that? Whatever's the first one that comes to my mind, and I don't know anything about that fucking question, that's whatever the answer that I feel most spiritually inclined to, that's the one. Because I'm not gonna fucking sit there and fucking think about it and like doubt myself. And obviously, like, you know, I had that instinct for a reason, right? But anyways, just have those presentations, and I got Chipotle and a lot of ice cream, and I'm so tired. Like, I feel like I was not gonna be able to go to sleep tonight. I'm actually really, really tired. Which is really surprising because all the way up until this point, I have not been able to go to sleep at nighttime at all. And so, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Maybe it's because I'm not as stressed anymore. I don't technically have to study anything right now. So, I think that's why I just have like a relief, and now I'm like, oh, well, now I can just stop worrying about it and actually go to sleep. I mean, the plan was to eat my Chipotle and watch Gilmore Girls, which I did. And then eat some ice cream and go play Cyberpunk. You know, have like a little treat and play Cyberpunk the whole night until pretty much I fell asleep because I haven't been able to play any of my fucking video games for like the last 3 weeks, which has really pissed me the fuck off because, like I said, like I have to stop, you know, getting into my video games and stuff because I really, really had to focus on these last couple of weeks of school. But anyways, whew, I know I'm definitely gonna be tired for working every single day, but at least I'm not coming home and having to study. Because I'm gonna just fucking be playing video games. I swear to God, like that whole time, this whole entire winter break, I'm not gonna be studying. I'm gonna get straight off from work and then get right on the fucking game. On the game all fucking day. But anyways, I gotta